What is up, Hot Makers? Welcome to HotMakes right here on HotMakes. I'm Nerdy J. This is the Pooch. How you doing, Pooch?
Fantastic, Nerdy J. I'm great. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. We had a great weekend. I don't even remember what I did. So it was so good. I don't remember what I did. Yeah. I remember. You know what? Yesterday we had live music across the street in the park, so we went over and hung out and checked that out. And
no bomb scares this time?
Zoo. That's what we did. We went to the zoo.
You went to the zoo.
Couldn't remember. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. How about you?
We went down to the river. It's been really hot here in the West, as everyone I'm sure is aware from the news. Record temperatures all around. It was like 134. I heard in Death Valley this weekend, which is I think a degree under the record. Yeah, I heard that, and I heard it was like 130 today or something. Is something crazy like that? That's crazy hot, man. That's crazy hot.
That's
but
crazy
anyway,
hot.
we went to the river that's near here, and it's called the Bear River, and it's great because it's got a bunch of gravel bars, and there were people just like kind of floating with a cooler, and then there's some great rocks to jump off of, and a little bit of something for everyone. And so when you're in the river, have a good time. You don't realize it's super hot, and it was actually pretty cold. Like the water was still, it's all snow melt. Nice. But it's all relative too. When it's 108 degrees outside, everything probably feels cold.
Yeah. And then nice. You're probably great. So long, oh boy. You're probably great while you're in the water, and then you're like, oh, it's kind of chilly, but then you get out and you're like, whoa, it's really chilly now. I mean,
no, you get out and then you're immediately dry, and then you jump back in again. So
right.
It was,
I love it.
But it was a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. We haven't done the water. Yesterday, across the street, we have a really large park, and there's a really big man-made like swimming area, and the little guy, he does not like grass. So 4th of July weekend, we had him playing in the grass, and he got a little bit used to it. Yesterday, he was, yesterday he went to a birthday party. I did a live stream yesterday. He went to a birthday party with his mom and with Lindsay, and they had fun, and he played in the grass. So we brought him over to the grass while the music was playing, because the little amphitheater is pretty close. And he was running through the grass into the sand, and he like stopped and he's like, what's this on my feet? it's sand, like a beach. And then he's like, nah, there's water. And he was like running down the sand, and he just wanted to be in the water. It was crazy. We never put him in the water.
Hasn't done water yet. I thought you were gonna say he didn't like water, but he hasn't really experienced water.
He just wanted to be walking in it, and he didn't understand it. He couldn't keep going into it. So Lindsay like kept picking him up and like bringing him all the way back to the top of the beach, and then letting him run back down. It was quite amusing. So that was a lot of fun. But hey, we have a great show. Thanks. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Thanks is the sponsor of the show. Almost 3 million models now. So it's very quickly becoming the fastest online model community out there. And I loved it. We talked a little bit about it on my live stream. We had such a good conversation at Murph about what the goals were and what they were doing. And why you find Thingiverse files there's that. But it's a really cool thing, and almost 3 million models. So thank you so much. Thanks. At the end of this episode, we're giving a $50 gift card to Amazon away anywhere in the world, as long as you have Amazon. So come out or stay for the show and grab your gift card. Probably won't.
Justin, you gotta be present to win. But hey, man, poke back in. You never know. You could be listening. Maybe have it on because you could hear us.
I know, but he's for those working, and he's usually listening while he works. So maybe,
maybe. Yeah, but for those wanting to enter, if you haven't, first of all, if you're new, welcome to HotMakes. If you want to enter the giveaway, there's a link that Nightbot just did in the chat. It's also in the description. Get your info in there, and maybe you will be our lucky winner tonight.
I hope the Nightbot. You know what? Hey, Geary. Can we make sure the Nightbot link is correct?
Is he still throwing the old link?
No,
I just put
the link that was in the doc was the old link. I put the link from the description, the new one tonight in Nightbot. So we're good. We're good.
Everyone say hi to Gary, our AI.
Hi to Gary, the AI.
So ignore what I just posted is what you're saying?
Did you just post the wrong one? Oh, yeah, you did.
Don't click that. So
What am I even here
we
for?
have a we have a doc we work on, and I forgot to paste it there, but we have a good night. We have a lot of hot makes tonight, a lot of really cool hot makes. Just a quick heads up, go Bucks in the NBA Finals, huh? Go Bucks. And
Bucks,
also
right.
tonight is the last
ball.
night you can submit a vase to the Fulament 3D print contest. There's over like $500 in prizes from Fulament they're giving away. And by
a lot
midnight
of good
tonight,
entries.
yeah, there's last we looked, there was 130. I don't even know. We had to count them. I have to go through them all tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But get in there if you haven't submitted a vase, and I know a lot of you have. Please, all you have to do is take a picture of the vase you got and submit it. Jump online. I believe the link. I don't know if we have it with us tonight, but it's in. I've been posting it all over social medias, and we can find the link for you. But get on there, get your stuff posted, and a 3D print bunny. I'm not sure if she's watching right now, but I don't know if you saw these that she was doing, Pooch.
Yeah. The like helix.
I think hers looked a lot better.
Yeah, this one failed. Yeah, definitely failed.
The bridgie.
So what happened is, I mean, it looks really cool in between there, and actually the bridging's cool, but you have to point. She says printed at 0.3. I was going smaller than that, and it did not like it. So we ended up with So we ended up with some poofy,
poofy
vase stuff, poofy vases. So nice work on that. I know a lot of people are designing their own or just printing them out there. Make sure you get them in by tonight, though. So, yeah. Anything else? What else? Hey, Pooch, how about you tell them what they have to do to get on the show while we're waiting?
What do you to get on the show or to have? Some hot makes featured on
for
the
hot
show?
Makes. Yeah. What do we do here?
To be on the show, you just have to grow a YouTube channel to say somewhere between, I don't know, 10,000 to 20,000 subs and, become friends with us. No, I'm just kidding. Not even that much. But to get your stuff featured, you simply hashtag HotMakes on the social media. A lot of it's Twitter, but we also track Instagram as well now. So you see something cool, even if it's not yours, it can be yours. That's fine. Put the hashtag HotMakes on it, and maybe it will make a show soon.
Amen. And just so y'all know, I am drinking what is this? The brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk that Pooch was like, you got to try this just once, and now I'm addicted to it. It's like a drug to me. Right? I have to have it. So I for Pooch. I made this before the show. I'm drinking it, but I made it because of Pooch. So let us know what you're drinking in the comments. We always are curious to know what kind of cool stuff you're drinking. What do you have today? Do you have anything?
Just a nice coffee. Remember a couple of months ago when I quit coffee? Yeah, that didn't take.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, Zolan said we need Nicolas Cage to sponsor something. That would be funny.
Nick Cage, huh? That'd be interesting for the face.
Only if he's on
Who
fire.
doesn't put Nick Cage? I don't know. I don't have a Nick Cage impersonation.
Right. I love it. Well, we got some awesome hot makes. I think we should start the show today by jumping straight into the hot makes. What do you think?
Let's get to the hotness.
Let's do it.
Hot time.
All right. The first thing we got today is this full control G-code designer. Now, we were tagged several times in this. It's basically, it says another cool piece. Every print path segment explicitly designed. And check this out. I mean, some of the stuff that's coming off of this is absolutely
wackadoo. I love it. Like in a good way, though.
Yeah, it's amazing. Look at this.
I did not get to spend nearly enough time to go. I did go a little bit deeper and go to the website and all that stuff. And I love the concept. I think I kind of talked about it last week because I wasn't sure if it made last week's hot makes, but it's a really fascinating concept.
Right.
I think everybody should take a moment and copy the link down from this and go check it out because it's just a really neat approach. Scroll back up to the top real quick there, Jimmy boy. So the go to the website. Let's go to the website. We got time, right?
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah. So this will give a good sense of what it is, and it's brought to us by how do we say that? Loughborough. I'm going to say Loughborough. It's Loughborough University, maybe somewhere in the UK. Unconstrained design. I don't know about you, Jim, but I don't like my designs being constrained.
If I design much, I wouldn't either. I might have to start now though if it comes out this cool.
Yeah, right.
I don't want them constrained though. I mean, no, and it's an interesting concept because it's like you're designing, and it's outputting. There's no slice. There's no intermediary slicing product. You're absolutely. I'm not going to read the thing here. You guys need to go check it out yourself. Loughborough, says Andrew Rogers. Okay,
but basically from concept to directly to G code. And it's just such a neat. There's a little video you can watch. Go check it out. Just go check it out. We're not gonna spend a ton of time on it now, but obviously the results speak for themselves.
Right. I 100% agree. I mean, look at the designs that are coming out of this. They're awesome. I mean, so I'm definitely gonna have to go download this. It looks like it's free. So it says download for free, right?
Yeah. Abby Math saying she's been wanting to trade. This is right up your alley, Abby. This really does seem right up your alley. I'm just, nice. I love these photos, and they did a great job with the photos. And to the point where I was like, am I looking at a rendering or an actual print here? Because it looks like there's a combination. You're getting some of each. Amazing.
Some of these are just like, is that real? I mean, like seriously. Oh man, so good. So go check this out. I think we dropped, if we didn't drop the link in there, I can do it real quick here. This is the Twitter. There you go. Yeah. And then also in the description below, there's a Google Doc. You can find all of the episodes, 63 links that we did and everything that tagged. There's a lot of vase tags in there too, which was really cool. Can you believe we're on episode 63? Holy man.
No, I cannot, my friend. It's yes, exactly. Great Scott. Good times. What do we got next?
Good times. Oh man, this is it Oliver? Berlin?
Olivier.
Maybe? Yeah, there you go. I like your accent much better than I could do it. So anyways, this was a art that the bot has created. It took the 14 hours to paint all 44,000 dots over a 50 by 70 centimeter area, and had to refill the pen 3 times.
That's a lot of dots.
That's a lot of dots.
Look at that.
But it's so cool, and it's this bot right here does it all.
Yeah.
And so if you, so good.
Look at that. Enhance. I want to see. It's like pixels. It's basically, what is this called? Like pointillising or stippling or somebody that's artsy.
There you go.
But yeah, is it like a halftone, a monotone? I don't know.
Something like that. Kind of like halftone or
halftone would be 2-color, I guess, right? Or a duotone.
Oh, it doesn't have to be. I mean,
okay.
But I mean, honestly, this little bot runs around and it does these photos, and he invites us actually to check out some of the previous posts for more details on the bot. And we're definitely going to have to go check that out because it's this little guy right here, and he just it cruises around and does its thing. And let's see if there's a video. Oh, another one! Wow.
So that's 26 by 30 is on this particular canvas.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So, but it can work on a 10 meter by 10 meter canvas. That's big. Yeah.
That's crazy. I was wondering if he actually had pictures of it working. This is a picture of 30, it working.
For freedom units, more than 30 by 30 feet by 30 feet. That's big.
Yeah. It looks like it's a hang, but by the way it hangs, there's a line. You can't see it really good. It's like fishing line.
So it's like a hang printer, but for plotting, for
it's
dotting.
It's a hang plotter.
It's a hang plotter, but it's not plotting. It's the pointillism. Thank you, Mark. Yes, but it's specifically doing points. It's not actually doing drawn. What a neat concept.
What's interesting is how much play is in it when it hits the paper. I mean, how can it be so precise if it has that much movement every time it hits the wall?
It's almost like it has to wait for it to come back before it hits another point in.
Now this one's on a rail. That's probably better. I see now. That's probably better way. Nice. That's so cool. I mean, that's awesome. I love plotters anyway, and something like this is super cool. So that's
excellent hotness there, Olivier.
I don't trust that robot.
You don't
No.
Don't trust your robot brethren.
I don't trust that robot. It's always plotting something.
Hey-o!
Yep. Knew that was coming. All right. Next, Sir Will tagged us here. Have you seen the 3D printed roller coaster yet?
I haven't seen this. Play it for me, please.
This
it looked like it was made out of inline skates there.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
What?
I'm going to bring this full screen so we can kind of see a little more.
Holy smokes. Wow, man. And it's off like a rocket.
Yes.
I mean, basically, it would have to be. It's getting all the energy it needs to run the whole track. It's got to be sped up, though. No,
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's sped up.
That has to be a little bit sped up. No, what does it say? What do you guys think in the chat? Is that sped up at all? It's still awesome. I'm not trying to diminish it at all, but man,
I think if it runs off magnets, then it wouldn't have to be. There we go. Look at that.
There's the assembly. 25 G's scaled. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's the amount of G-force and not the cost.
Right.
Well, that's a lot of damage.
Exactly.
I think that is phenomenal. I mean,
right there. That photo looked like a bunch of inline skates stuck together to me. That's what I was saying earlier.
They kind of do.
Like, what is that? That's neat. You need to put you put all your little G.I. Joes and action figures in there and terrify them.
That would be amazing. I would put the arms up, like
see how many G's they can take before their arms flap off. I love it.
Time circuit's on.
Let me see here. I thought it was. So here's the drive here.
I mean,
I'll have to go through this deeper.
The engineering.
I mean, the modeling. There you go. That's what it looks like there. I mean, the engineering, the modeling, everything to bring this in. You can't tell I was looking at CNC machines lately, can you? I mean, every ad is
that's weird. Of Inventables CNC machines just showing up.
Yeah.
Incredible. That was obviously some time and effort went into that piece.
So good.
Oh, I love it.
So good. I suggest you go check out the whole video. It's really cool how they go through the design and building. It's really cool. But I love that one. All right, what do we got next? Chris Travis, the infamous clock spring yarn ball. I think he was using that clock. Yeah, the cap tubes. I'm sorry, the Shining PLA. I believe Sunday at Murph they started, or I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. They started like a 3 for $36 deal on rolls just to get rid of them, and they sold out like super quick. And this was one of the rolls that Chris got. How many mini gyms? Yes, a full set of mini gyms riding the coaster. Well, you know what he needs to do if we go backwards? Put a little POV cam on the front of it. You know, that would be awesome. Little point of view camera. Or just
the little he needs like a little pie cam at the drops to like take pictures of the people as they're like freaking out, and then you try to sell them to everybody as they leave the ride.
Yeah. For $5, I'll put your picture in the mini seats right here.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyways, Chris Travis, nice work on the yarn ball. I really love this print. Clock Spring, I mean, we know Sven is amazing. His prints are awesome, and this yarn ball turned out super good too.
Yes.
Have you seen the yarn ball yet?
I've seen from this
pictures. Yeah. I love it. All right. Oh, this was cool. This was I believe June's or May's UFO the UFO box. If you grab that from Alien 3D, there's projects in each one. And this one was one of the ones from, I think it was May or June. Yeah, it's May UFO. So cool. He made a light up box for it, and then you press a button and it rolls dice on a little LCD screen. And
rolling dice is for suckers, man. Now you just push the button, right?
Just push a button. Yeah. We
got technology to do that for us now.
Yeah.
You humans think robots will take everything over for you.
That's only 2 die though, Geary. I mean, if I want to play Yahtzee, I need a bunch of these, or maybe somebody could mod it so that it can do 5.
I wonder if it says right there.
Much processing.
Too much processing.
It says right there. It says die 6x2. So I wonder if you could actually change that.
Oh, it's a programmable. Well, it's got 2 buttons, so maybe.
I tell you what,
I
have a May UFO box over here that I haven't opened yet. We could probably find out. So I'll have to check into that. But nice work. I love the colors. I love how you made it work. And great use of that project by Alien 3D there. Nice work.
My LC screen says die too, but it's more so just referring to humankind.
Ah, yeah. All right. Where's the shutdown button?
Yeah, he's coming for us.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah.
I told you to put the kill switch on that thing, man.
So I don't know. Oh no, where is it?
Well, Billy got to give us a HotMakes. What did she send us here? Tweet of the week.
Let's see if I can find it real quick again. Apparently my
back in the thread.
Here we go. So Billy posted about somebody, basically sexism, somebody surprised that she knew a part of a laser tech that needed to move. But she knew what a lead screw was, right? And she said,
damn right, she knows what a lead screw is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And so she says hair flick, and then 3D printing professor says, I would still have hair flicked over the phone like this, right? And so Billy says, I'd pay to see you do that.
Woof.
So what does Joe do? He gives us the hair flick. Here you go. Yes.
Well done, Joe. He's slow-moed and everything. Good for I've never really had hair. You could do a good hair flick, Jim. I've never really had the hair for it.
I mean, this is epic.
Give us a hair flip. Give us one.
It's Jim. Yeah, there it is. No, you're not good.
We're not taking you away until you give us.
We need the hair flip. Come on, Jim.
I'm leaving you up until
I'll do this one. I'll do this one for you.
Oh, come on. No.
I can't do the slow mo.
Boo.
I'll tell you what. We'll record. Oh, great. Now the chat's probably. I'm not watching chat because I'm going through these, but they're probably like, come on. But I tell you what, I will attempt to have my wife film a slow-mo hair flick, and we'll post it on this. We'll pin it on the bottom of his, and we'll have some fun with that. This is a family show. So anyways, Danny says tweet of the week, Joe, hands down. I agree. I mean that's
good.
That is
LOL.
One more time.
I like how he came from down and went back up with it. Yeah. We're spending way too much time analyzing Joe's hair flick here, but
I've taught the toaster to feel love.
Pretty solid.
Now we got a headbanging Joe. So yeah, nice work, Joe. I have to say, favorite tweet of the week. That was it right there. All right, what do we got next? Graffiti. Oh man, he says this started as a rough print just to check scale and proportions, ugly 0.3 layers, and it turned into this. So let's see. Look at this. The Phoenix sniper
Ooh.
rifle. So good. I mean, this was a rough print for testing that he's like, I'm going to paint it just for the heck of it.
Something I just whipped up.
Yeah,
real quick,
you know.
Graffiti.
Come on.
This is like
Hey, Justin's still paying attention. He said the show has gone off the rails. Probably. Yeah.
We'll bring it back on the rails, or maybe not. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a pun from the roller coaster earlier. Hey, better.
No.
Better. You'll have it by the end of the show.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh wow.
So good. Yeah. I just cut myself out right in the middle of it. All right. Anyways, graffiti, nice work. This thing looks awesome. Even if you say this was just quickly painted and all that, this is definitely better than I could do on a regular day, any day. And this was quickly painted for a test. So nice work, graffiti.
Yeah, I don't paint. I don't sand. I don't paint. I don't really do. What would you say you do? I watch other people do awesome stuff. That's obviously what I do. And then I comment on it and I opine on it.
I like that idea. It's perfect.
It's way exactly easier than actually making cool stuff. That
is exactly what we do here, actually. We watch everybody else's cool stuff and we comment on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good. All right. What do we got next? Trent. I think Trent's with us. I'm pretty sure I saw him chatting. Man, this was such a cool print. I can't remember if we had this in here last week or not, but this is a functional chainmail catch tray, basically for dumping. It's kind of like a little, thing to throw your wallet in and stuff. But he just threw this together and he put the, threw the legs up. He just revised the model, I believe, too. That's out there, so it's a little bit easier to print and stuff.
It's fantastic, and it makes me proud. It really does.
It's so good. I had the opportunity to see this in person over the 4th of July weekend. He showed it to me, and it looks like basically like chainmail when it's just sitting flat. And then he lifted it up, and it went like shook, and I'm like, what? This is awesome. And basically, he looked at a piece that he had, and he just redid it and made this out of it. Like basically designed this himself, and that's so good, Trent. Nice work. And this is out there for everybody to check out. I can't remember I don't remember
when
I think it's on Prusa. I believe it's on PrusaPrinters.org, but we need to get it on Things.
Yeah. Well, when I first saw it, it looked like it was like a lacrosse stick, like the end of a lacrosse stick that somebody had just like modded. And then I, of course, zoomed in and I'm like, oh no, that's printed. And I love the concept. So Trent said he hopes it makes me proud. I'll just tell you right now, Trent, I'm proud of you, buddy. That's a good model. Way to go. Thank you for sharing it with the world.
Oh man. I love it. It's so good. And Trent, if you get a second, you should probably throw it on Things if you want to, because I think the Things crew would love that. But that is going to be, I think,
it could be 3,000,001 on Things.
Close, yeah, close. So the
probably
CR10 Smart that we unboxed yesterday, I'm going to do this print for the next test print, I believe, and just see how it goes. I'm using default settings just to see what happens, but it'll be fun to play with. I like the home. Yeah.
I agree, Abby. I think the color scheme is good. It's good modern. It's got a good modern vibe, I dig.
Love it. Nice work, Trent. All right, last one. I had to. Another the
darker corn.
The dark unicorn, and this thing is just off the chain. This is awesome. This might be the best one we've seen yet.
I don't. She just keeps. Did you see Pegasus that she just released, man? She's just
so
nonstop. Non-stop Luby insanity.
Yeah, and I love the dark parts of them too, like the dark unicorn here. I love that. I mean, you could make this as bright as you want, but it still is going to have that dark look to it.
Look how yoked his neck is. Just
yeah, so good.
Oh, that's hot.
I would not Yeah, look at that. And he's got the. You want to be gored by that thing. I mean, that thing is angry. Nice piece.
Yeah, very good. Nice job, Nick Snyder, using the the Palette 2S, which is, perfect. Hey, by the way, we're waiting for the pallet 3s, right? And those are a little bit delayed.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes, it's still, it's going to be worth the wait. They did a great blog article and update, and talked to all the folks over at Mosaic. Have been working really hard, and obviously, releasing a new product is never easy under normal circumstances, under normal times. Combine that with the fact that the supply chain is messed. Like, people are waiting ridiculous amount of time for electronics and all kinds of stuff, in the supply chain. So it wasn't terribly surprising. I know a lot of people were bummed, but it'll get here when it does. And I, for one, am very excited to see what 8 colors will bring.
Yes. I just got to find a place to put it. I ordered it through the Repcord website. I pre-ordered it, and I have the 2S that I liked playing with a lot so far. The challenge is space for me. So I need to find a good way to, mount it and have it somewhere, because I don't have a lot of wall space anymore.
Right.
I guess maybe I could do it up here.
Teaser. I mean, I'm working on exactly what you're talking about there. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest. It's, one, I still don't have a functional unit to test with and stuff, but the thing I keep shaking my fist at, and I won't spend too long on this, is that they went from the spread out inputs to the 8 filaments in the course of like 30, not even 30 millimeters. So it's right. There's literally like 7 millimeters in between each input,
like we see behind you,
right, and necking that all down and getting good consistent feed and all that stuff is an interesting challenge, because obviously spools take up way more space than that. So the thing that they provide everybody is that floor rack, and you talk to Mosaic, and their default has always been just throw it on the floor, but not everybody wants to throw the filament down on the floor, right? So it's good to have options.
I mean, not everybody has room to do that. I mean, it's a big unit, as we saw with Joel's video, right? And I don't know. I think you should bring out. Do you still have? I can't see if that's what's behind you. The giant rep box. Is that what is up above you there?
Yeah, that's my silly. I did that for virtual Earth. As a fun thing to do. Although I've had a lot of people asking me about that thing now. I'll be honest. The reason you don't see filament in there is because it's got a good amount of sag over time. So I had to, I had to rethink how to reinforce, because a span, that's that long needs some more support. So,
right. And Abby's right. She said she fears the transition tower is going to take up half the build plate. I mean, when you have eight filaments, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait to play with it. I know, Abby has one coming as well. If you're in the chat, let us know. Do you have a pallet 3 coming? I think I ordered the Pro, so I'm pretty pumped on that one. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I know Greg's Maker Corner has been playing with the new Lulzbot. And that's another thing we didn't even talk about yet, right?
The Sidekick, right? You got to see the Sidekick. What'd you think?
Yep. Pretty impressed. Just from looking, right? I love the idea of being able to change out the tool heads super fast, and there's a ton of them that you can change it with. Also, that they're compatible with the tool heads from the past. So that was cool.
Like, how fast is fast, by the way? Like, did you actually watch like a real-time swap demo?
I did not watch a real-time swap. Actually, Greg, can you let us know, with your 289, how fast can you change out a tool head? Because I know they're saying it's pretty quick, couple minutes or something. Let's see. Picked up a fire sale pallet 2. Oh, nice. 350, brand new. Good deal there. I know Steven Lightspeed's with us. He's big on the 289 and the 747 now. They call them a 289 and a 747 because it's like American muscle, right? The 289 engine was in a lot of cars, and the 747 for the jet.
Okay, so I was like, they're mixing metaphors, which was confusing to me. Okay,
2 to 3 minutes. There we go.
2 to 3 minutes. All right.
Basically, they did that, to kind of bring that like American kind of thing, because it's built here and everything. And if you look, they claim the exact space you can print on is 289 and 747. So they like modified it so you could actually that's your buildable area,
like square. That's
the cubic volume.
volume. Cubic volume. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was really cool though. I mean, awesome to meet the guys. Awesome to talk to them. It's on the higher side of the price, but you're up there competing with the Pooches, and there's some people in the community. I think Steven will tell you that he thinks this thing's going to be better and nicer. Until they come out and we know, who knows, right?
Listen, I am all for competition. I am all for American innovation. I completely can empathize with the challenge that Fame 3D, Lulzbot, is facing in that to compete, in this day and age with a Prusa or with the Crealities and whatnot, and do it here in the States. And granted, let's be honest, what it is too. They're printing all the stuff locally, but obviously, like a lot of places are sourcing, extrusion and other things from other. I don't think it'd be actually possible to source everything, nor would it be practical. And I think that's fine. But it is a shame. Like we've seen so many U.S. companies basically come to the realization that it is very hard to compete here, especially if you don't have some secret sauce, And so I want to see that innovation, and I like the idea of interchangeable heads. That's something I'll tell you. That's something that's near and dear to me as a manufacturing operation, as somebody that does print farming and print services. That I'm putting way more hours than most people are on machines, and the use case for using them as hard as I do, and how to maintain and a lot of times it's what we end up doing. It's like way faster, just pull off an entire hot end, put a whole new extra one on there, and that is not something the Prusa does well. So
and the cool thing is you can go up filament sizes too. So that super cool that like, hey, I have this roll over here of 285. Let's throw that on there today and burn through that with a big nozzle. I know there's a lot of talk, especially in the chat right now too, about the pricing. The pricing's interesting. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it. Like Steven's saying, it's about $300 more for the bigger one for the 747 than the Prusa will be. But stuff like the screen at $120, stuff like that. I'm curious to see what the community does and takes with that. But I'm also curious to see. I mean, the prints I'm seeing, for instance, Greg, I've been following his stuff. The prints I'm seeing come off of it are phenomenal, and they have a couple slice, at least one or two of the slice hot ends in the tools and stuff like that. So. Yeah,
and just to give some context, because I know they've been taking a lot of flack about the print head not included thing. My reaction was exactly the same as Andrew Rogers at first. I'm like, wait, what? You like, who's going to buy a printer that doesn't have a tool head? But the whole idea is that they want people that have been invested in the Lulzbot ecosystem, that the tool head has already been developed for their Taz Pro lines and stuff like that. And if you already have that, you don't have to spend as much money to get it, obviously. And they're also trying to say we're staying under that. Like, I get it. It's become that Chinese menu style to try to stay, under a certain price point. So I kind of see what they were doing with that, but at the same time, to say, well, if you're already in the ecosystem, but then what? You're gonna have a printer that doesn't, so you can't run both machines. So great, you have an interchangeable tool head.
True.
But what good? Now you've basically robbed Peter to pay Paul, right? So I'm not sure I follow the logic there. I think the logic is that they're trying to keep the price point as low as possible. But the true price for everything is obviously a little bit higher. So
that definitely makes sense. And I think Steven said earlier, if you don't want the screen, you don't have to buy it. You can run this off of an Octoprint or something, and you don't need a screen essentially then, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there is ways around it. The cool thing is that some of the cool things I saw is everything is printable, and they're going to release the files so you can reprint it any color you want. It's all modular, so it all folds in together. So shipping is super easy. I think Greg was saying it's like a 2 to 5 minute setup. You just basically pull it out of the box and fold everything open and that kind of thing. So that's cool. You know, I guess we'll have to see. I might get one. I'm not sure yet. And if I do, I'll buy it for the channel, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's the cool thing. I really like that because there's a lot of makers that, you know, filament places that are not making 285 or have an abundance of it, and they do super good deals if you can find them. And why not? Like, hey, here's a whole bunch of rolls for super cheap. You can snag it, throw that tool head on there, and you can burn those all day. And yeah, so much possibility too. So like you said, there's a lot of cool stuff, innovation. I wish they would have included at least one tool head myself, but hey, I don't have one. I can't, you know, I can't say that. But I mean, just the
I'm not one to talk. I mean, I think people should have the option to pay for what they need. You know, it's nice to know that if you really don't need it, like, you know, Steven's saying other people already have extra tool heads because they want one separate for flex or whatever. So it's like, yeah, if you want to have the option to get it without and pay less money, like, isn't that better? It's just where people get a little antsy is it's like, well, yeah, but then it's not the real cost of the printer, right? Like, what is the real cost? So what do you can't have it both ways. Do you want to be able to spend less money when you don't need it? Or, you know, do you want marketing to be more truth in advertising? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is there. And
they're not marketing the Ender 3 crowd or the Ender 5 crowd. You know what I mean? They're not marketing
that's not their competition.
No, they're not even trying. And that's okay. So I mean, there you go. Steven says you look at it as no tool heads. Look at it as like the option to not have to buy something you don't need.
Exactly.
True.
There you go.
True. Or a tool changer. Someone says like, or build a tool changer. But yeah, I mean, I think.
But a tool changer is going to cost you what, like thousands of dollars? You know, that's a different.
True.
It's a whole different thing.
So yeah, I'm curious to see what the community thinks when these start actually rolling out. I know there's like at least 4 in the wild because they sold the ones they brought to Murph. Yeah, I know Greg has one. I'm always checking his content out, and if you want to check out more, he's putting stuff out a lot. Check out his socials and YouTube channel because he's, you know, has done some cool stuff and showing very good prints and stuff off of it. So awesome. Yeah. All right, where are we at here? 6:45. I think we have some big news.
Announcement time.
Announcement time. Should we do these?
Okay, listen up, everybody. Turn up your volumes. Announcement.
Attention, we have an announcement. Attention, we have an announcement. What was that? Yes, Mom. Yeah, okay. Mom, I'm doing a thing.
I'm doing a thing.
Sorry, that was announcements time. Sorry.
Yeah. So Gary answered your question. Yes, we should.
There's announcements time. Boom. Bumper.
No, that's perfect. That worked perfect. So we have some announcements, and I'm gonna let Pooch start. Let's let Pooch start.
Listen, there's really no easy way to say. Cut the music. There's no easy way to say this. It is with heavy heart that I announced that July is going to be my last month here on HotMakes. And this was not. All
right, enough.
This was not an. Can you knock it off with the music? This is serious. This was not an easy decision for me to come to. I was really stressed about, telling my awesome co-host Jim, who I've been doing this for over a year with now, and we've grown the channel, grown the following. It's been just an unreal experience. It has absolutely surpassed my wildest imaginations. But the truth is that my other facets of my life and my work and stuff have been suffering as a result of the fact that I am just spread way too thin, as I'm sure many of you are. And I think I'm going to get a lot of flack for people saying that it's a cop out. But the truth is that I haven't been feeling like I've been doing any one thing terribly well, and relationships have suffered, and other things, and so unfortunately, HotMakes is a luxury thing for me. And as time constraints come more and more with the growth of the business and other aspects of my life. Something's got to give, and as much as I've been encouraged by the growth of Repcord and stuff this year, it has been by no means am I anywhere close to out of the woods. I say that Repcord itself has been around for 5 years, but Repcord as I know it in its current iteration with having a shop and all that stuff is really a startup and still less than a year old. I don't even have a year of payroll under my belt. I've got 3 people working for me now, and so part of me feels like I'm being a little bit irresponsible to all the other people that are looking at me for their livelihood and their survival, myself included to some extent. So I'm encouraged and I'm saddened by this fact, and it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be around. We've talked about what the transition plan is going to be, and I'm going to let Jim kind of talk about some of that.
All right, guys, we're taking over, and no, I'm just joking.
That's it. Out with the trash.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot I can add. We are Geary. Part of the family behind the scenes is Geary, and I can tell with the music as he started. He's pretty sad and beat up about this too. The programming doesn't allow him for feelings, but I think he's developing.
He's developed for sure.
Yeah, but don't worry. I did say Pooch could have joint custody. So you can take him and use him in your shop if you need to. Every
other week.
Yeah, but no, I'm obviously I'm sad. I'm very sad to see you go, and I understand. We talked in great depth, and I'm super sad about it, but I totally understand, and we got to do what we got to do. 63 episodes. I think 65 will be your last one. And that's an awesome number. I mean, when we started this, you were coming off of Community Catch-Up. I had the Community Showcase. We'd both done a ton of episodes there. And then, to do a weekly show, I love it. To do a weekly show, it's a lot of time. It's yes, it's an hour in front of the camera or longer because we go along a lot. But the prep and, behind the scenes stuff you don't see, and to be here every single week that's the thing, and it's a huge commitment for anybody. And I commend you. 63 weeks, and before that you were with me on, we did a couple episodes on the old show. And then, like I said, you came from Catch-Up. I mean, that's a long time to be doing this every single night, and you're going to be missed. So we're going to have you back. We're going to keep up the Pooch rant somehow. Maybe we'll do we'll work something out with him. If it's like pop in and do a Pooch rant or pre-recorded Pooch rant. We can't give up the Pooch rants, right? I mean, come on, audience.
No, I will. I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader, man, and I'm still gonna be tagging all the stuff, and I want to drop in as I can. But something to keep in mind too. It's been a huge challenge, and I'm very lucky that I've got some good support at work. That it's literally the middle of my work day, right now on a Monday, which is when everything is on fire. So it's worked for a while, but it's not sustainable based on a number of things. And I want to. And it hasn't been fair to you either. I mean, you do a lot of heavy lifting. So you talk about we're on the show, but a lot of people don't see all the amount of time that has to be spent to produce the show, to book guests, to do all that. I mean, we're talking multiple hours a week at the least, right? And so and it's Caleb, not fair to you that I'm not carrying my weight entirely in that regard either.
Well, we're all here for the show and for fun and for the community, And Caleb, he's the video editor in my channel, and he does all the background, the bumpers, the graphics, all that stuff, and that's a ton of work. And so thanks so much to him too. He's gonna stick around doing that kind of stuff. I think we're gonna keep Geary around as well. I mean, we might as well. We programmed him, so there's that. Better. But we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I got backups on backups on.
And of course,
backups.
everybody in the chat's like, "Who's the new co-host? Who's the new
Yeah,
co-host?
yeah, yeah.
Who's going to be the new
Well,
co-host?
and-
Why don't you talk to him about what the plan is?"
First, I want to stop for a second because first of all, the chat was super sad to see you go, but they all are understanding. I hope you guys all understand. But I so far have seen a huge amount of support right now in the chat, and we definitely wish you the best of luck in anything you do. Anytime you're going to be welcome, and you have 2 more weeks, so we got plenty of time. Next week we have Emily the engineer on. It's going to be such an awesome show. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And then the following week will be Pooch's last show, and that'll be the last. I think the 28th. I think I'm close around there. Last week of August there, and from there we're going to have August will be kind of a transition period. So we're gonna bring in some guest hosts and see kind of where we want to take it, where we want to go. Maybe we'll look to the community and do some sort of guest host search or
You're
something
bound
like
to find
that.
somebody that's better than me, my friend. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean,
I set a bar low, so.
Hurry to Kayla, but we get stuck flying with a robot named Geary. That's funny. Don't we really jump the shark? Someone said. So we're gonna bring in the first 2 weeks of August. You guys might know the guest. He's a little guy in the community. Goes by the name of Angus. So he'll be in here for a guest host of the first 2 weeks in August.
I've heard of him. He's he's British or something, right?
Yeah, I think British.
I don't know.
You might check out his channel. It's
He's got
called
an accent.
It's little. He needs to sub, so go sub to him.
Pity subs for Angus.
We're gonna do it like the Michael Strahan thing where we bring in like a ton of guests and then like someone just stays one day.
Yeah, it could be Michael Strahan. You never know. Is he still doing it's not Regis anymore? Whatever it's called now.
I think so.
Okay.
Conan O'Brien is available. I love it. That's a good idea.
Conan would be a good get. You should contact his people.
Great kid.
Right.
Don't get cocky.
Someone says no one could do a sushi roll like a Pooch. Mark says, can he be a guest host? He'll really crank up the accent. I love it. Anyways, Angus will be here the first 2 weeks of August with us. The third week, Devin from Make Anything, and we have another big guest that night too, as well. And then soon to be announced. I'm just confirming some dates on the second the last 2 weeks because there's like a 5-week August or something. But I mean, all of that said, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. But they have big shoes to fill. No one's gonna quite do it like you did, and that's okay. But I'm gonna go back to like I started the show and cry now. So I'll be back, guys.
You guys knock it off. Well, thank you for all the words of encouragement and the understanding, everybody. And like I said, I'm not dead. I'm still gonna pop in from time to time as I can. If anything, you guys need to convince Geary to calm down because he's still working the steps on this whole thing. He's in denial and angry mostly.
Hey, you know what, man? You know what?
What, Geary?
I may be upset about you leaving. There's a lot of love in the chat, but something we can all agree on is we hate to see you go, but we love to watch you leave.
Okay, thank you. Is that what you're saying? You just want to see this backside as I walk away? Is that what you're saying, Geary? I like that.
That's better than the hair flip, I guess. So there's that. But
there's nothing better than the hair flip.
There's nothing better than the hair flip. But we'll keep moving, and we're still gonna be here. We're still gonna be here on the same nights, and man. So yeah, Justin's like, do the drawing. We're done talking.
I know. He's like, we're kicking this horse, beating it.
Pooch, please take Geary with you.
Oh, that's not cool.
Why is that not cool?
That's how he said to take Geary with you. He doesn't want Geary to stay on the show. Come on.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't want me.
No, I meant you're needed here.
I guess so.
Win.
Yeah.
You can't win.
I can't win.
So good.
Can't win.
But yeah, so that's some big news. I mean, so he'll be around. Pooch will be hanging, and hopefully come back on with us once in a while to say hi and catch up, for lack of better terms. But we're all sad, man. We're all sad to see you go, and
it was not an easy decision to come to, but I think ultimately, it's for the best of the show. It deserves the best co-host. You deserve the best co-host alongside of you, making this HotMakes the best it can be. So I'm very excited for what the future holds. What's that?
So I guess you got to stay then if I deserve it.
Oh, all right. We should make Justin happy so he can go home and actually do the drawing now. What do you think?
Sounds good. I'm actually getting it ready now. So, but thank you everybody in the chat for the support. We are gonna keep rolling and we'll have some fun. And yes, someone said we're bringing out the heavy hitters right away. Practical Printing said that, and that kind of is true. We're gonna rock and roll and have a lot of fun with those guys. And if you know somebody in the community that you think would be awesome for the job, it's the biggest thing is the commitment. It's every Monday, and that's super hard to do. The three of us struggle sometimes to make it happen, but we do, and it's a lot of time. What was that? I didn't see that one.
Resignation not accepted. Obviously, I didn't consult everybody first. This is not resignation by committee, everyone. I'm sorry.
This is no longer became a democracy. It's a Poochocracy, and Pooch is out. I love it. All right, guys, here we go. What do we got? We have 73 people entered. 73. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. I did. I missed 2 people because they just entered, so I'm gonna make sure we're fair and we get them.
Throw an extra Justin on there, so it's worth waiting around for him or something. Not really. You can't do that. But
all right, here we go. I guess you get to roll it. You get to roll it for us tonight. You ready?
So I'm so used to coaching other people. I've done it once or twice. Let me see if I still got it. Okay, you ready? Give me the count.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Woo!
I don't think it was the best, but it was okay. It was okay. It was just all right, What do we got? Hey, congratulations. Make yourself known in the chat, my friend.
Nice work. Let us know in the chat that you're here. And
gotta be here to win the $50.
$50 things, courtesy of thanks to Amazon gift card.
That's a good prize, man. Things has been at it. How long has Things been our sponsor here?
There you go. Oh man, since
they've been doing $50 gift cards for quite a while now.
Since like April, I think, or that's right around there. Yeah,
we're thankful to have them. You guys are thankful to have them.
We are definitely thankful to have them.
Sean, in particular, today is thankful to have them.
Yeah,
$1 million.
Say it, Sean. Say thank you to Thanks for your $50 gift card.
And Sean did chat, so I saw it.
He did chat. I saw it.
Yep. So we're good.
Yeah, he already said thanks.
Here you go.
Yeah.
You're gonna start hotcakes.
Hotcakes. Yeah. Hotcakes. Either that or hot mails will come back.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I told you. Find me on my OnlyFans.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on winning the $50 gift card courtesy of Thangs. And what else do we have? Do we have let me look at the doc. Do we have a Pooch rant?
Mini rant tonight.
Mini rant.
This is where I was running tonight.
Let's do a mini rant.
All right. This may be a double rant because I can't even remember if I did this rant, but it made me so angry that I put it on my list and then I never crossed it off. So, bad on me. But have you guys ever had the misfortune of breaking off a charge cable or an audio cable or anything into the port and then not being able to get it out? Tell me in the chat if you've done that, because let me tell you something. It is infuriating. Jim, has this happened to you?
I have done it one time.
What did you do? What did you do? Did you try to stab at it? Did you get a little tool to try to dig it out? What did you do?
I took the thing apart and got it out the way.
I threw it away.
I couldn't get it out. I tried tweezers. I tried a toothpick. I tried a potato. No, I didn't try a potato, but I mean, there's nothing you can do. And when I did it, it was in an old phone, and it was in my pocket, and the phone fell out of my pocket, and my earphones that I had plugged in at that time, because they didn't have wireless, broke.
Well, listen. Chris says that I did this right before. You ripped it apart. But I probably did do it before, but I'm doing it again because it happened to me again. I think the last time it happened, I did a tweet about it. I'd broken off the audio cable. I didn't do it. One of my kids did it, actually. Broke off the audio cable in my truck, so I couldn't listen to music in my truck. And then earlier in the month, one of my daughters snapped off the lightning cable into the port. And I tried there's all kinds of nonsense on the internet about how to get that out. But the truth is, the only way to do it, if it's truly broken off in there, is getting the whole port replaced, I think, which ended up being like as much as the iPad, because it was like an older iPad 3 was even worth, right? And so now you're confronted. So this is like the sub-micro rant of the whole thing. You're confronted with the decision of, do I just like e-waste this thing when it's still probably perfectly good, but it's like cost as much to get the port replaced as it does to, and I hate that we're constantly confronted with these choices as consumers in this day and age, that nobody repairs things anymore. They just end up in a dump or e-wasted because it just doesn't make any financial sense, and they don't want to spend the time. And it's a shame because it can be fixed, and we don't need more stuff in a landfill. And like I don't know who's responsible. Like, should it be cheaper to repair? Maybe it would be cheaper if there were more people doing it and there was more demand. It's like this terrible spiral. It's a terrible spiral. So take that as my rant. Do it with you will. I apologize. I'm senile and I forgot I kind of already ranted about it, but it really upsets me. Gets my craw.
Vernon Gem says, "Been there. Used a tool. I sent the info to Pooch. Usually only a 50% chance if you fix it, though."
It was 0 for me. I did try that tool for the audio jack. That thing sucked. It did not work.
Trent says, "Try a glue stick."
I did that. I tried that. It did not work. In the truck, I had better luck. I actually pulling the jack out, and I was lucky when I took the thing off. I was able to like push it back through. Yep. For the way that thing was, but you have to desolder these tiny little leads for an iPad, and I can't barely solder. Never mind desolder, and you gotta have like the giant magnifying thing with the solder sucker and all that. I took it to the iPad place. They did it. I did it. I paid it.
The phone that I did it was it was an older phone, and it didn't have the giant screen and stuff on it before that happened, and I just destroyed it. I never got it back together. Right? I was like, oh, time for a new phone.
Yeah. That's what happens, right? It's time for a new phone. The first thing I did just stupidly is like I took it and I blew in it like it was an old Nintendo cartridge. Like that was going to do anything. You remember that? Do you remember how you take the cartridge? Was that before your time, Jim? You give it the blow?
No, I got a Nintendo for Easter.
That always fixed Nintendo
when they first came out. Yeah. It was awesome. But yeah, I agree with you. It sucks when that happens. Thank God for wireless, wireless headphones. Like I'm actually using my wireless right now from Raycon. I'll do an Evan and Caitlin thing. No, but I got the Raycons supporting those guys, and I love them. So I mean, I actually have it connected to my computer, so I'm listening to you guys through that instead of speakers. So it creates less audio in the room. But I love these because I don't have to have those. I don't have to have cords everywhere. So
that's a good point. I didn't think I was going to get into the wireless either, because I was like, I don't need another thing to worry about charging. But the truth is like as jacks get smaller and smaller and weaker, there's absolutely a case. And all I do is wirelessly charge my phone and stuff now too. And over time, those leads all get kind of corroded, and so hopefully it makes the stuff last longer. I don't know, probably won't, right? Because planned obsolescence and all. But
we'll find out. But hey, thank you so much for the mini rant, everybody. Pooch rants, we only have a couple left for now, but
I'll do better next time. It won't be a rerun or a half rerun at least.
But we're running
a lot of ground.
I know Actually, next time I'm actually going to put it in the doc, mini Jack Pooch rant, and let's see if you remember that we already did it.
I'm so old too. This is why I need more sleep so I can remember things better.
So good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for all hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Pooch, thanks for the announcement. We're all sorry to see you go, but we understand why you got to do it. And
then you'll be done.
We got 2 more weeks, so we'll definitely be back with Pooch next week with Emily the engineer. That's going to be an awesome show.
That will be an awesome.
Wait, if you have not checked out her stuff, she's made a couple of full 3D printed Iron Man suits that are just awesome. So go check out Emily the Engineer. We'll get links up and stuff as we start promoting that now. And everybody else out there, you guys have a great night. Have a great week. We'll see you next one. And Sean Rathbone, congratulations on the $50 Amazon gift card, courtesy of our sponsor, Fangs. Man, anything else? Well, we'll give you the final word tonight, Pooch.
Yeah, I would like to say to Andrew Osmond, who said it was his first time, welcome, and make sure to come back and tag some cool stuff that you see, HotMakes, so that we have awesome content to keep talking about moving forward. Love to see new faces. Love to see new people in making and 3D printing and all the things too. And fear not, everyone. The show will go on and be greater than ever before. You won't even remember I was here. I'm sure of it. So anyway, have a good night, everybody. See you next week.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one. See you later.
Electric sex gleaming in the window.